Hi y'all. This is episode 6 of the planting corn for continuous harvest. And I'm gonna do a little bit more in here than just give you an update on the corn. I'm gonna show you the seeds that I've harvested for next year. All the seeds that you see here came from this backyard. Okay. If you remember, I planted the pinto bean in this pond right here. And I've still got catfish in there. They're still alive. Feed them twice a day now. They're getting bigger. They're about an inch big now, long. And if you remember, I planted a whole bunch of pinto beans around this 25-gallon tank. And I harvested the seeds. Well, let me show you what I've been doing. Okay. This is all, I went ahead and planted some Jerusalem artichoke in these 3 pots right here. It's July. I think it's the 10th of July. It's Sunday, whatever date that is, 10th or 11th. But I've got that big survival challenge next year to eat one full meal from the garden once a week, 52 weeks. So I'm probably going to change the name of the channel to a different name. Change the channel to reflect the challenge, the survival challenge. And the way I'm figuring it is, if I could do it for once a week, you build on it. Then you do, the following year you do maybe two or 3 times a week, and you just build your way up. Okay. Well, let me go ahead and give you the update. The corn, the first week, episode 1, the corn has tasseled. Okay, and these are the tassels up here. These drop pollen down into the kernels or whatever to pollinate all the corn. Now, every little kernel on the corn cob is individually fertilized, so you need a lot of pollen. So the first planting, it has started to create tassels. Okay, and so this is episode 6, so that means it's been 7 weeks. Because after I plant these right here, this next row, this will be week 6 right here. I'm gonna create new starter pots, and it's gonna take a week before all the plants look like this. And it takes these little corn seeds about 4 days to germinate, and then they get this tall on the 3rd day after they break ground. And some of them don't do too good sprouting, but for the most part everything's good. Okay, now for that let me show you some more seeds first. This is my Asian beans right here. Okay, and I've got them saved up for next year. Okay, smells like sugar beets back here. This is the onion. Now, if you take an onion, let me put my glasses back on, hang on. Now, these were the onions that were stressed out. Whenever an onion is stressed out, it's gonna put out the flower heads, okay? And if you look at it, let me go ahead and open this up. Inside one of these, oh God, let me do it again. Let me get another one. Inside of here, hang on, I gotta do it with one hand. You have about 4 or 5 little seeds to plant. This one only had 2, but kind of hard doing it with one hand. Hang on. Yeah, look. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got about little 5 seeds. Drop them in there. And what I've done is I've taken these seeds and I put them in these starter pots right here. I don't know when they're going to germinate, and I don't know if they will germinate, but I'm just throwing them in there because I've never planted onions from seed. Okay, now getting over here, this is the pinto beans from that planting that I did in the little fish pond area right there. Okay, I collected all the pinto beans. So what that means is you could collect your seeds and continue to move on. I mean, once you get that first harvest, the next year you got to build up, okay? And you'll have plenty more seeds to go around. And of course I got the little fish tank right there. Catfish are about that tall, about an inch long. Got to feed them twice a day now. But I went ahead and put triple 13 in here. And I went and gave it another light coating of triple 13 fertilizer. And they say it's better to go straight nitrogen, you know, the first number on the NPK, because the plant's green. Just go straight with, you know, ammonia nitrate. But I went ahead and just did triple 13. I fertilized heavy before I planted. Like in here, I've already got this ready for next week. I've got triple 13 in there with bone meal, and I threw in some wood ash. But let me show you the sugar beet, okay? So this is the sugar beet that I planted in October over at the farm. And I pulled a whole bunch of them out and I transplanted them in here. Okay, now, this is what they look like cut open. Okay, this is it right here. See the damage right here? Okay, this one looks old and tired, but this one right here is fresh. This is like this is hard as a rock. Hear that? Listen. So you could eat that if you had to. It can be kind of hard to eat this. Look. Oh well, it's still kind of, I don't know if I'd eat that yellow stuff though. But smells like sugar beet. But so the thing is this. You got the sugar. You got corn sugar also, but you've got the sugar beet leaves. And these are all sugar beets right here. This ain't, I don't know what this is. But so you got the sugar beet, good crop. I think it'd be possible to make it all year. You know, it'd be kind of tight, but if you make it all year, at least be able to do once a week. And I've even got the seeds here for hay, to make hay, because you know you could plant. I showed where you could plant potatoes in straw hay. Okay, it's pretty cool. Let me go ahead and show you. Man, that's gonna be pretty neat, man. If this works, getting corn every week for 6 months. You know, I planted in the end of June, but you know, if you plant in March, you go 6 or 7 months with corn. Just have to wait and see what happens. But let me show you what else I got. You know, when you're planning for like the actual food production, there's a lot of work going on in there. There's a lot of planning. You can't just turn around and you know, stack food and then hope everything stabilizes. This whole experiment that I'm doing is in case it doesn't stabilize, in case it's totally gone. Which is pretty cool. Oh, I forgot to show you. Hang on. Let me show you right here, hang on. I went ahead and picked up 4 different varieties of fig. 4 different type of trees. Although these look the same. See that? They look the same. But these are supposed to be 4 different varieties. Plus I've got, the variety I got right there is the Georgia variety. And the deer don't like the fig tree, so that's why I picked it up. I'm gonna plant figs back in here. But I've got figs on the tree. Got figs coming up in here. Okay, see right there? Gotta add more water to this. Those big rains that we had brought a lot of water and they started putting figs on. But anyway, so I got figs. I've got onion leaves or lemon leaves. I was gonna say I got that deer back there. You know, can't touch it right now, but if it was you know, apocalyptic type scenario, I'd have meat. But anyways, so this is the pear tree, and got some pears up there. See that? Pear. We've been steadily eating them, and I wanted to make a video before they were all gone. See another pear right there? Really cool. And oh, another pear there. There aren't many left. And there's 3 up there. The squirrel hadn't got them. But that's what it looks like. And this is the tangerine shrub. The deer broke into the fence. It actually used its head and dug up, and it ate my okra in here. But that's what it looks like. And then of course I've got the cactus over there for the Nepal cactus. For you know, you could eat the leaves. You have to clean them up. There's a process to clean them up, but you can clean them up and then you have cactus. Now this onion head, it broke, so it's gonna self-seed in here. So I'll have wild onions in here. All right. Let's do the side of the corn patch right there. It's tasseled. Hopefully I'll get something. Trying to wonder what kind of plant that is. But anyways, that's a 500-gallon water tank. Have to really work on conserving water. And here's a potato I need to dig up. Let me see if I could. Well, I don't need potatoes right now. I've got so many potatoes that I'm eating. All right, see y'all later. Hope you enjoyed the video. Week 6 of the continuous corn planting project.